Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the M&K Productions Podcast. We're taking a trip into the Super Mario Galaxy as today's topic. We're covering the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Of course, I'm not joined by myself. I'm joined by my fellow friend, my co-host with the most, Kristen, aka Miss Flamingo. Kristen, how you doing today?
I'm doing well today, Matt, because I just heard you have some news to share with the world and me. I'm
Yes,
very
I
excited
I did
now.
not tell Kristen this. This is in the background. So, if people who may have not known, we have used Anchor by Spotify for our hosting platform for the last 4 or 5 years now, and it's been really good to us and everything. Like, we have no problems with it. But I figured we needed to take a next step and the opportunity to present itself. So, as of this podcast, we are now a official hosting site of Odyssey, and what that means is that
Oh,
we are getting access to sponsorships. So I wanted to let
what?
everyone, yes, we are. We have opportunities to go after sponsorships. I put in
What?
for, yeah, you heard me. So we have opportunities for sponsorships. So honestly, they run their own ads as well too. But you might hear some personalized ads, maybe some pre-roll ads before the podcast from us, or mid-rolled ads, or we go into something like Double Toasted does. So we want to keep you updated with that feature. But we are now hosting on Odyssey. We're still on our other platforms, so you can still find us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, or iHeartMusic, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're still able to be
We're
found. It's
still
just
everywhere, folks.
Yep, we just have a new hosting site, and stay tuned. We might have some sponsorship. I've already put in for a couple. We shall see if they can get them on with us.
Amazing. Wow, look at you go, boy. Thank
Yeah,
you. Oh
and
my
we've
gosh.
been on, and just to kind of give up behind the scenes numbers with it, I you will safe to say that downloads by state for us is Illinois, with one download so far, so it's been pretty
Oh,
good.
okay.
But yeah, no, it's been awesome, and thank you, Anchor Spotify, so much, and we're happy to do a next chapter on Odyssey. But like I mentioned today, we are going to be going over the latest Super Mario Galaxy movie. We're also going to get into some film news and then talk about what is coming up for the next couple episodes. Kristen, are you all set to go?
I'm ready. I'm set. I'm ready to dive in.
All right, let's get right into the news.
This is CNN.
All right, the news. I'll start with my first news story, as we just got this story yesterday. Kristen, we finally got at least our first glimpse into Matt Reeves' Batman 2, which is slated for a 2027 release date. The first image that we have is a scene of the Batmobile or cop car. I think it's a Batmobile. Yep, it's a
Hmm.
Batmobile. It's this tires with a cop car behind it with the wintertime, confirming that the Batman 2 will take place in winter, and the possibility that people keep saying that the villain is going to be Mr. Freeze, kind of becoming a little bit more into fruition. But of course, this comes after the sequel of the Batman, which we covered on the podcast 5 years ago. Jesus, we already know we have a cast. As well too. Let me see if I can find the cast list here. We got Colin Farrell coming back, Barry Keoghan, Andy Serkis, Jeffrey Wright. We got Zoe Kravitz. Or no, actually, come back. Yep, Zoe Kravitz is not coming back as Batman, but we did get Scarlett Johansson, I believe, is rumored to be a part of it, and Sebastian Stan has been cast
I'm
in
so
the
excited,
Batman.
excited to see Sebastian in this movie.
So we will see what Batman 2. I'm excited for it. I love the first Batman movie. I think I like, even when that first initial trailer came out, I was just gushing about it and just waiting on. I took that Saturday off to go see it in the theaters with my dad. We went in the morning time to watch it. And I'm excited for it. Robert Pattinson, great Batman, great detective film. I'm curious to see if they can keep it up. And I know this isn't the continuity with the DCU that James Gunn's going on, but considering next year Superman and Batman about to have two solo films, it's going to be pretty cool. So, Kristen, are you excited for the Batman too?
Oh, absolutely. Knowing we have this cast, I'm excited. But also, you brought up Zoe Kravitz. Congrats to her and Harry Styles on their
What a
engagement.
random pairing.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because there was the stuff with Olivia Wilde, and he
Oh
was
yeah, we
with,
covered that. We talked about Don't Worry, Darling.
yes, we did
That was
that, and
fine.
there
That
was the
was
stuff. I think he got with what's her face from All the Bones, All Bones and All Bones and All.
I don't
What's her?
know.
It's the whatchamacallit? Luca Guadagnino film
Mm-mm.
that came out where it's like Timothy Chalamet and like Taylor Russell are in it. He dated Taylor Russell
Okay.
too. So if you know of her from Escape Room.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Batman 2. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. I saw the photo when we were looking for news. I didn't even see this come through my way yesterday. So very, very excited to see that. But I knew it was in production because I saw a post of it yesterday. I didn't see that photo, but that's awesome.
We got next year. It'll be next year, so we'll see what happens. What's your next news story, Kristen?
Alrighty, so we're gonna dive into the world of Eric Andre. If my computer would come pull up a little bit
Some
faster. Okay.
somebody ordered a pizza bowl.
Alrighty, so Will Forte and Tiffany Haddish join Eric Andre in action comedy Synergy Systems. Will Forte and Tiffany Haddish are set to star alongside Eric Andre in Synergy Systems, the action comedy Deadline. This is coming from Deadline, so I'm reading the article off of Deadline. We first reported it on March that is launching the sales at Cannes and with the Cinetech Media, I guess that's how you say it, and WME Independent, marking the feature directorial debut of Toby Harvard, a writer known for titles like The Greasy Strangler. Will work with his own script. Synergy Systems is built as a punk action-charged near-future thriller, which terminally indecisive data analyst Beavis, played by Andre, uncovers that his employer, Synergy Systems, is a front for a apocalyptic doomsday plot. He's then forced to do the unthinkable, set up as humanity's last line of defense. The catch: he's spineless, spectacularly unqualified, and wildly unprepared to save the world. What a concept for Eric Andre.
That just sounds like a skit from the Eric Andre show, so I don't.
It kind of does.
I mean,
I like Eric Andre a lot too. So
he's. I like him, but a lot of times he's hit or miss. I will say he has surprised me. Like, what's that movie he did with Little Rel Howery a few years ago?
I was just gonna bring that up.
That was a
Bad Trip, which also starred Tiffany Haddish.
That was a surprise. I thought that was gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be just like, oh, none of these like hidden camera prank things. It actually worked. So there's sometimes he surprises me. This sounds like something in his wheelhouse because the way he has a very specific form of comedy. Like, I'm excited. I'm curious to see what that new movie with him and John Cena is gonna be like this year. But this movie looks pretty interesting. I like Will Forte, Tiffany Haddish. She's all right. She's hit or miss for me sometimes, but sounds fun.
Do you remember in Bad Trip where they cross-dressed Little Red Howery and
I'm not gonna be honest, I did not watch that movie.
Oh my god.
Because it didn't look good to me, so I was like, okay.
My husband loves Eric Andre. Like, he binged he didn't see the Eric Andre show when it aired at the time, but of course when he was like hanging with a friend in from college, and they had Hulu, so that was like one of the first things that they binged. So he was addicted to Eric Andre and the silly skits. So Lauren Conrad, the whole Lauren Conrad bit, that was so good. He's really talented.
My favorite bit is when Lance Reddick was he's like, I wish I was LeVar Burton.
Yes.
I wish I was LeVar. And then the one with they had the bear, the real bear. He's like, I'm no longer a fan of this bit. That is hilarious.
Yes, that was really funny. But that's my first piece of news. What's your next piece of news?
So my next and final piece of news for me is that fans of Terrifier, be prepared. We are getting a new holiday to the horror franchise. So the last two Terrifier, or the first two Terrifier movies were Halloween based, but the third movie was Christmas. I believe it was Christmas. Yeah. So this time we are getting Terrifier 4 is going to be New Year's Eve.
Oh.
So this is supposed to be the I believe the last film that they have.
Yes.
For now, we don't have a release date for. All we know is that it's going to take place around New Year's Eve. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a release date maybe later this summer. It's probably maybe either coming out this. I have a guess it'll probably come out this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think it has a chance of coming out this year.
Because the third movie came out in October of 2024. So it's been about 2 years since it, and honestly, I'm not gonna. It's not like a diminished quality of it. The films aren't that expensive, so they're not. I would assume they're that hard to shoot. Besides all
Hmm.
probably the blood and guts and probably just scheduling and whoever you get for it. But I'm assuming they'll probably release the release date, but we know it's taking place New Year's Eve. I like Terrifier. It is not for the weak of heart, so be careful who you recommend Terrifier for because my God, I've had an experience where you have someone watch Terrifier that's not used to horror like that, and they're like, yeah, they look at you like you're a weirdo. But I like Terrifier. Kristen, what about you?
I love Terrifier. I especially love the third one. I think that one is the best one, maybe. Because I remember being, because Art the Clown scares me.
Oh
Out of
yeah,
all
oh
the
yeah, definitely.
clowns in cinema that we have in history, like, okay, yeah, there's Pennywise, little Pennywise, but no, uh, Art the Clown will rip your gut out and show it off to everybody, and then he'll go after you and rip your gut out, and then your heart out, and then maybe some eyeballs.
This is
You
true.
know, like he's so extreme. So I'm
I'm
ready for
ex-
it. But New
yeah, I
Year's,
was.
why not?
I am
So,
so excited for it.
hmm did you
But
see
yeah,
the third one in theaters? I did.
I did not. I wait for it at home. I saw Smile 2
I was
instead.
so me seeing it like there was a guy next to me who I saw it with because it was me, my husband, and there was a guy next to me, and I was just like freaking out, like my face. He was like I couldn't even pay attention to the screen because your wife was just so funny. I couldn't like control my laughter because I was watching your wife freak out, and
Mm,
that's what he told me. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize how extra I was. Like I wasn't
Jesus.
screaming, but I was like, oh, I was like, what? What? It was, I felt like I was on like a universal horror ride. Like that's how I felt. Alrighties. But going into my last piece of news, this coming from Joe Blow. Pendulum, Darren Aronofsky produced horror movie starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt sets a 2027 release, excuse me. Deadline has reported, and I'm reading this off of Joe Blow, Deadline has reported that Vertical has picked up the North American distribution rights for Pendulum, a horror flick written and directed by Mark Heyman, known for Black Swan, who, wrote Black Swan, Darren Aronofsky directed Black Swan, and produced by Darren Aronofsky. Vertical has slated Pendulum for a January 1st, 2027 release. And we all know January, that's not the best month unless you're an Oscar movie. We had some good movies, come out in January, but sometimes we have that one little stinker horror movie and it's not that good. Mac?
Wait, repeat that? I'm sorry.
We have those horror movies that come out in January. We have like, the Oscar movies that get rolled into January that get, a wider theatrical release, but we always get that one horror movie that's a stinker.
Yeah,
And
and it's the fact, I don't know, it doesn't really seem that this could be really, I don't know. Sometimes January, it could be good, could be bad. So, I don't know. I mean, a horror movie, unless you're like, I don't know, I can't think of a good horror. Oh, no, there's been a few, but it's
there's
just
been
like,
a couple. There's like some good ones, but we get every once in a while. But we have like Night Swim. We had the disappointing Wolfman. We have some, horror stinkers that come out. So alrighty. So here is the movie. It's gonna start Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jackie Weaver, some other people. All right. Here's a log line. Married couple Patrick Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Abigail A.B. Denevere, who you know from Bridgerton, journey to the New Age retreat in New Mexico, drawn by the possibility of healing after a traumatic event. Patrick is willing to do anything to help his wife, but becomes distrustful of the retreat's uh, enigmatic. I never heard of this word. Okay, enigmatic leader Weaver. Even as Abigail falls under her spell, as paranoia builds, the couple must determine if the group's spiritual practices offer genuine healing or mask as a terrifying truth that threatens to consume them both.
eh.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I can't recall like the last time he did a horror movie.
I was gonna say, I can't remember the last time he was in a movie.
Good point. Um,
Because he's been, I don't know, he's been more of like in
he's
the
been
action
doing
world.
other
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, but I haven't seen like a movie in a while. The last movie I saw him in was probably Snowden.
Snowden. All right,
Like
so
like at least like the last like major film. Like he's probably done like a lot of indie stuff, something like that. But I haven't not seen him in like
he
yeah.
was in a movie that I did not like at all. That was released on Amazon Prime, where he starred in it with Shailene Woodley, and it was called Killer Heat. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was such a lame crime thriller, but he was also, and this is going back to 2024, Greedy People, which is a movie I have not seen,
Mm-mm.
and Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Oh, see, there you go. That's probably the biggest one he's done.
Yeah, I have not seen Greedy People, this other one. I'm
But
familiar with it once I clicked on it, but then he appeared on The Simpsons. I can see it from here. He was in something called Paradise Records.
so
This is do you know why nobody heard this movie? It's Logic. It's a
mm,
Logic movie. Remember that
I did not.
rapper?
I know. Well, I know who Logic is. I didn't know he did a movie.
Yeah. Oh man. I didn't realize Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in this movie. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt really hasn't been in a lot of stuff like it. It's weird because there was a time where he was being billed as like kind of like the next like since like probably 500 Days of Summer was like okay, he's gonna start building. Then he was in a lot of big movies, 50/50, Dark Knight Rises, and like Looper, and then he kind of just tapered off. Like he did The Walk, which was pretty good, pretty underrated Robert
I
Zemeckis movie.
love that one.
But yeah, it's just weird to me that he hasn't really done anything
But he
since
also
then.
made cameos in the like the Knives Out franchise.
But in terms
So
of just the starring and stuff, it's just like
yeah.
we'll see. If Darren Aronofsky produced, who's the director?
Oh, I forgot he was in Pinocchio. Jiminy
Uh,
Cricket.
oh, that's right.
Remember that?
No, I try not to.
Oh man. All right, so hopefully this is a win for Mr. Joseph Gordon-Levitt because I
Probably
like the
not.
guy. I really do. But we can hope.
Yeah, but that's gonna do it for the news section. Do you think Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Well, actually, don't forget his other role. He was Cobra Commander, GI Joe: Rise of Cobra, which is
Oh
what a
yes.
random. When I was rewatching that movie the other day, I was just like, what a random like. I love the GI Joe movies, except for Snake Eyes. That is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like I love the GI Joe movies, and like going back and watching them, I'm like, damn, these are like the way that Masters of the Universe is probably gonna be like this was my Masters of the Universe in 2000.
Oh, so speaking of which, speaking of Masters of the Universe, I watched Nicholas Galitzine in Sheep Detectives.
Oh yeah,
It was good, man. It was good. We got to get that movie on your radar. It was great.
yeah.
Loved
Someone
it.
was crying.
Oh, yes. Me again in a movie where like a fake like looking creature that's like CGI'd in the visual effects, that animal made me cry. I've sent Mac a couple pictures, y'all, a couple times of me crying in the theater. This was another case where I was like crying in the theater because a sheep made me cry. Yeah.
I feel you. Shaun the Sheep did the same for me. But anyway, let us get right into the topic. If you have any news sections that we missed, any stories, please let us know in the comments below. But let's get into the topic and pray to God that Nintendo does not copyright this video. Let's talk about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I almost said Super Mario Galaxy Brothers.
The great battle of my life draws near!
Let's go.
Stay close.
Rated PG.
All right, the topic. We covered the first movie almost, God, when did it? In 2023.
2023.
No, 3 years ago. And it has been 3 years, and we are talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie, that $1 billion hit that showed people that video games can be attainable, that in Sonic. So let's give our credit to Sonic. But the sequel came out and introduced new characters such as Rosalina, played by Brie Larson, Yoshi, played by Donald Glover.
Yoshi.
And we got the legendary Fox McCloud, which I was like, oh, okay. I wish they didn't ruin it in the trailer. Played by
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. So the plot of it is it follows Mario and Luigi and their friends' adventure into outer space, where they face off against Bowser and his son Bowser Jr. to save Princess Rosalina. So of course we got Chris Pratt back as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy back as Princess Peach, Charlie Day back as Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy back as I think I said Princess Peach. Yep. Jack Black back as
Yep, you said
Bowser.
it.
and then Kikamakuki back as Toad. So we got the gang back together with new friends, and there was a lot of excitement because introducing Yoshi and Fox McCloud. People are starting to think that maybe they're trying to tease maybe with Super Smash Brothers movies.
It's pretty
Uh,
much guaranteed after the
but
post credit scene.
Miyamoto said that there's no plans for it, so we don't know if they're telling the truth or lying. At the time of this
I
recording,
think they're liars.
I believe I don't know if is the movie still in theaters. It came
Oh
out.
yeah,
Okay, so at the time of this
still
recording,
playing strong.
it has made $922 million. So far, it is the highest grossing film of the year. It probably won't be for any longer because we got Spider-Man and Doomsday, Dune, and all these other movies. But they'll probably
Odyssey, we got a lot of stuff coming out.
But for now, it is the king of the box office. So, yeah, Kristen, what did you think? Did you like the first Mario Brothers movie?
I think I liked it. I said this in my recent review for Super Mario Galaxy. I liked it the same way I liked the first one. It's not meant for me because I never really connected with the Mario characters because when I was
Fucking
younger,
normie.
I never really played a ton of Mario because I just had like other games on my little Nintendo Game Boy. And, I've only played a couple Mario games, but I never felt like connected to any of them. But I know a lot of people love Mario. It's the same thing. It's a very bright, vibrant movie. I love the animation, looks great. It's Illumination, who's done like the Despicable movies, fine. They look great. And I like the little details that they put in with like the flowers and like the little tools that they use. So there's some good stuff that they bring to the characters and developing them makes the movie look playful for its young audience, and that's what it's targeted towards. It's young audience and fans. So in this film, I just still found the first one to be forgettable because I did rewatch the first one and I forgot certain parts that happened in the first film, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what happened in the first film. And then rewatching the sequel, I've seen it. It was like a couple of weeks ago I saw it, and I was like, you can tell me a few scenes, and I was like, it's very fast paced. It's fine. And it's predictable. I knew the ways it was gonna go in. The characters don't have enough depth to them. They're just very one note characters, and that's fine. This is just like a children's movie that is just looking to show, colorfulness and just be a simple story of like getting to from one place to another, but also showing fan service of for people who love Mario in general.
Well, here's where you're wrong. I
Oh, I'm
think
wrong.
no, I'm joking. I mean, I liked the first movie. I thought it was fun because let's face it, the last time we tried to do Mario in live action didn't work. I think Nintendo and realized that these stories can be told in animation and there's more
Hmm.
like creativity with it. So when the first one came out, I think the one thing I remember that people were like, oh, why is Chris Pratt gonna be the voice of Mario? Blah blah blah, and it was fine. It didn't
He's
bother
fine
me.
in it, and I
I
think
like
he's
I like
better.
Charlie. I like
Yeah,
Charlie Day as
sorry.
Luigi because I'm a Always Sunny fan, so in my head it's just Charlie just trapped in a video game movie. But it was fun. It was a fun little adventure film, and it's kind of the same way I felt about this movie because it just felt like a fun adventure film, just kind of taking the concept that worked in the first film and just adding more of the characters in the Nintendo lore. Adding Princess Rosalina, adding Yoshi, like kind of getting the fan service out of the way with Fox McCloud and stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
it's a love letter because people have grown up with Mario. People love
Hmm.
Mario, and no matter what's gonna happen, people will see this movie. And even when the reviews are coming out, people are saying like, "Oh, this is like." The reviewers say it was bad. I'm like, it's not gonna matter because it's such a high IP. It's kind of like the Minecraft movie. Minecraft, it may not be for everyone.
I will watch any Mario movie before Minecraft. I can't stand Minecraft. Oh my
Minecraft
God.
movie is you would say it's a kids movie because a lot of people by the time the movie came out they were already old enough to do their own things because they grew up watching, playing, interacting with all of my things Minecraft. So when it came out, it made all that money. So then the same thing with Super Mario Brothers movie. The first one came out by 2023. Mario has been around for so long. People who played it when they were kids have their own kids now, and maybe their kids who've grown up playing with it. Maybe they have their own kids, maybe nephews or brothers, or
Yeah.
they have something. So it's like a generational thing. And I
Hmm.
think with the Mario Galaxy movie, I had fun with it. I think it was just more of like a fun adventure. There was a few funny scenes. My my favorite scene was it was on TikTok all over. um, was when one of the Rosina's kids, the Lumos, the stars, like
They were cute.
they're like, we want to see the castle. He's like, where's your castle? He's like, oh yeah, the castle. It died. What are you talking about? Like that was cute. I was like, okay, that's like, and even the first movie.
They're cute. And I'm going to give credit for the movie. I really like the voice casting here. I mean, the voice of Toad, like of
Keegan Michael Key.
yes, it gets a little annoying. It gets a little much after a while. But I really like everybody in this movie. Chris Pratt did amp up his voice a little bit to bring that Mario flavor sound to it, and I think he's fine. Everybody complained about Chris Pratt in this movie. He's fine. He's fine because if it went up any higher, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to watch it. Because of like, oh wow, 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 wow. For a full hour and a half, I think we would all drive. I think we would all drive ourselves insane because everybody else has a normal voice really in it, except Mario. It's just like how just how high the vocals go, and just like I think it's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Well, I think with his voices too is like I remember it was just like when he was cast, everyone's like it was definitely in the era when they started casting more stuff. Because remember he did the Garfield movie, which honestly, comparing his voice from Garfield to this, I think he does better in this than Garfield because that Garfield movie was not good.
Did you see they're making a sequel for that too?
For some god reason, I don't know why it didn't even do well. Like, well, it did okay.
Unless they do it and they put it on Paramount.
They're not doing that.
Yeah, I know.
If Chris Pratt wasn't coming back, they would have gotten it like on streaming. But it's just weird to me. But yeah, I think he does a better job because in the first one, it definitely was like it's Chris Pratt, but at least he's trying to do like an accent for it.
And he's really trying. You can tell.
But like in this one, I think he's getting a little bit more comfortable with it. I know the big thing is that they said the original voice actor should have just been it, but I'm like, I get it. Why it's not? It's because that it's a new interpretation of the characters, like all these characters. I really like Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, and Brie Larson. She did a really good job as Rosalina. And then Jack Black, of course, is Jack Black, and I absolutely love it. I know you mentioned you were not a fan of Benny Safdie as Bowser.
No, I'm sorry, Benny. Do you know what's annoying?
What is annoying?
And no shame to Benny. No shame at all to Benny. I just haven't been a fan of the projects that he's been acting in. I didn't like him in Happy Gilmore 2. I think he's a little better here, but I haven't really liked him in anything. Like his acting wise. I think the best we have seen him was in Good Time.
Really? Did you not like his part in Oppenheimer?
Oh, yeah, he's good in Oppenheimer too. I forgot he was in that. But yeah, I did not like him in Happy Gilmore. But let's go over his filmography for a quick second. Let's see. He was in Good Time, Pieces of a Woman, which I really like that movie a lot. I love that film. Licorice Pizza, which I did not care.
Yeah, you don't like that movie.
I did not care
I like
for.
That movie, though.
I forgot he was in this movie, Stars at Noon, which is a Joel Alwyn and Margaret Qualley film. I forgot that movie existed. He was in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
That was all right.
I still have to watch that, but yeah, everybody. So no, did I see it? I did see it. Oppenheimer, he's good in Oppenheimer, but I didn't like him in Happy Gilmore 2, and I wasn't a fan of here. Okay, so maybe his last two films I wasn't a fan of. This one and then Happy Gilmore 2. But he's going to be in the Odyssey, so we'll see how that turns out.
He's been doing more directing than he's been doing more acting than directing.
And that's fine. If that's what he wants to do, that's fine. And I know he was busy during that time because he was also working on the Smashing Machine too.
That's true.
So I don't know. We'll see what he goes. We'll see what he turns out in the Odyssey. But I just wasn't a fan of his voice work in this one. But I know you enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it was fun. I like Donald Glover as Yoshi. I thought that was the best casting because I know Donald Glover. He's a big Nintendo fan, and actually, I think there was a joke on Parks and Rec about. Or not? Was it Parks? What show was it? Was it 30 Rock? 30 Rock. I'm sorry, 30 Rock. It was I think he did a Yoshi voice, and I was like, oh, and then he turned out to be Yoshi. Kind of saying like how they inspired to make Miles Morales after him too. It's been full circle, but I think one thing that I find interesting about this movie is that it's not as viral as the first movie. Like there is no like peaches,
I
peaches,
think,
peaches, peaches, peaches.
yeah, would thank God, no. If I got
Yeah,
another
sing that
Peaches song,
shit.
I think I would have just banged my head against a window and just been like, or a wall, and just been like, I had enough. I didn't want to relive Peaches again. But I'm gonna give you credit. I think the most viral parts of this movie do involve Yoshi.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, but also you didn't bring up Fox McCloud. I think Glenn Powell was a really great casting choice because he kind of fits the part because I feel like they looked when they were figuring out the casting for it, they were looking at people from Top Gun Maverick.
Shocking.
And like, oh, they were like, oh, maybe we could have gone with Miles Teller. Maybe we could have gone with Lewis Pullman. But, to get Glenn Powell, knowing he has that mega star power right now, it makes sense. And he fits the character really, really well.
And they just announced we're getting a new Fox. We're getting a new Star Fox game this July.
I was just going to bring that
So
up.
like that's like everyone's like I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing, because let's face it, a lot of these characters, they are recognizable, popular, and everything like that. So it's like I knew for a fact that once we get the news, so like as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's why you put him in. And it felt weird because didn't it feel like they mentioned like he's gonna be in the movie like at the last minute, like within a week before it came out.
Yeah, I think they were trying to say that and just put it out at the same time before like critics announced it because, critics will, sometimes they'll spill some tea, about a film. And kind of going back to when Harry Styles was announced he was going to make an appearance in, like, make a cameo in Eternals. So I think now they were trying to beat,
Yeah, whatever happened to that
rush to
one.
that announcement before a critic could come out and make a viral tweet and say, oh, hey, Glenn Powell is Star Fox. So I think they wanted to do that first before, or unless they were feeling a little bit worried. I don't think they were, if they were going to get that box office return, but then they would have gotten that female target audience because Glenn Powell is very handsome.
Oh my
So
god.
they want to bring that all the girlies get to the box office to support Glenn Powell in Super Mario Galaxy. That's why.
But that leads me to the point where everyone's like, okay, so are we really building up to this Super Mario? Are we building up to Super Smash? But Mimo says no, but we're already getting a Donkey Kong sequel. So I don't know. What do you see them go? We're already getting a third movie, and what do you see them doing in a third movie with this?
Just a just a Mega Smash Bro movie. That's what I think.
Well, no, they said it's a third Mario movie. So what could they do for third Mario? You know what? I wouldn't mind for Luigi's Mansion movie.
Okay, there's
That
that.
that's the best Mario spin-off game, and I'll fight tooth and nail anyone says about
See,
it.
like I'm not totally familiar with the whole games because I feel like I barely played them, but I know the characters, but I know like, what you can do, but I played a lot of like Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. Um, I might have played Galaxy, but there was another one I used to play with my sister when we first got a Wii.
I still
Maybe
think I still think it's funny that the directors of this movie literally are the ones that made the Teen Titans Go show. There's something about that that makes me like kind of laugh a bit.
yeah.
Aaron and Michael, you sons of bitches. I love you guys, but it's just so random. I like Teen Titans Go.
All
I like
right.
the movie too, but it's just funny to me.
I want to bring up one thing about involves video game movies. In general, I know Angry Birds is technically not a video game
It
movie,
is a
but it
video game
is.
movie. It's based
Well,
on a
I
game.
guess you could say a game, but you play it on your phone, but it's
It's
not
still a
one.
video
So I
game.
guess yeah, it's still a video game. Okay. All right. So we got that Angry Birds 3 coming out, and now we have Legend of Zelda coming out next year.
Oh god, that fucking disaster waiting to happen.
How do you feel about these upcoming video game adaptations? And do you think the Mario movies are better than the Sonic movies?
No, no, not okay. Let's stop there, right there. Stop talking.
Yeah, I just
There's
want to find out
yeah,
because I
no,
know.
yeah. Listen. Like, okay, first of all, the best video game movie that's gonna come out next couple months is gonna be the Street Fighter movie. So let's go from
Okay.
there. Angry Birds is gonna make money because Angry Birds is such a pick up and go game. Legend of Zelda, they're already complaining that they cast the casting with it, so that's gonna be a disaster. Um, like the Sonic movies, there's something about listen, Sonic had so much going against it, especially with the initial premiere trailer, the Meow one. Oh Lord, that haunted design. It still haunts me
Mm,
to this day.
it'll haunt anybody in their
But
dreams.
Sonic kind of did the whole bringing in characters from the IP better than Mario did, because with the second Mario movie, you get Yoshi and all that, and by the second movie we got Tails and Knuckles. The third movie we got uh Shadow. Like they figured out how to introduce, and then now in the next one we're gonna get Amy Rose, maybe Sally Acorn. Like they know how to pace the story, because I think what makes it work is that we know Sonic as a character like beforehand, but they've managed to make it more like develop his character more, especially relationship with James Marsden, and
Mm-hmm.
like that character like dynamic is awesome. And then by the time you have the second movie, you already know these characters, and you already got a hint of what Tails was by the end of the first movie. He's like, "I gotta buy Sonic," and then you get to know him. Like each movie takes time to build the character, and then like we know about Knuckles and his struggle. We know his backstory. We got the spin-off show too with like expand his character more, and then the third movie, you get to learn about Shadow, his strategy, what drives him, and then it really takes time to develop his characters. It's like it doesn't treat the audience like they're kids. It shows like, hey, we're still gonna take time to explore, because he easily could be like, get up, go, go, go. They take those slow moments too to have character building, and that just makes it work. And that makes me so excited that, and of course, Jim Carrey kills it as Dr. Eggman. Like that's the only movies he's gonna do. Like don't bring him back for anything else. He's doing only Sonic movies, and I'm happy with that. And I'm excited.
Exactly.
I'm excited for um Sonic 4, but yeah, I mean, I'm just happy video game movies are just better than they were back in the day, because there's a time we really just could not figure it out. But we'll see how everything else works out. Yeah, I don't think there's a comparison between there's not a comparison between Sonic and Mario. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. No,
I
but
found this on the web.
what was that?
That was my phone.
Oh, I was like, I got scared for a minute. I was like, who's hacking my computer? Um, yeah, but I want to say this is the better film that I've seen that's based off of a video game, because I did see Return to Silent Hill. So
Well,
that
yeah,
wasn't good.
you know.
So yeah. But yeah, I will say it's fine. It's watchable. Yeah, I know it's made for the fans, even if it's not totally meant for me. But in terms of animated films I've seen this year, so far I haven't seen anything that's really like wowed me, because I know we still have a couple more animated films I get to be, released this year. I think the one I really enjoyed was Scarlet, but everything else I've seen that's animated, I was like, okay, totally like blown away with. I did see Animal Farm.
Well, that's
That was a rough ride, Mac.
well.
I don't want to relive it.
Only other anime movie I'm pretty excited for is Raygun, the Brad Bird movie coming on Netflix.
Oh, do you know what I did see? That
What?
was also based on a video game. The Mortuary Assistant.
Oh,
Oh, and yeah, that was not good. And I also did see the Iron Lung, which is the Markiplier movie. I forgot. I
nice.
forgot those two were video game.
Well, don't forget, we're also this May right now. This movie came out in April. We are getting a video game movie this. Well, I guess the Backrooms is a video. I kind of a video game, not like more of a creepypasta. I think we're getting the Backrooms this month, and
Yes, we are.
early reviews are pretty solid.
Okay, I want to
So,
say.
um, well, they've been starting to be posted, so we'll see how it goes. So that's gonna be another one to look on for. But like I said, no matter what you think about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the fact that it's almost at $1 billion is still the highest grossing movie a month after its release is pretty cool. I
I'll
think.
say it came. I don't see anything on Rotten Tomatoes, but it says they had strong test ratings.
Yep. And we're almost 20 days away from it releasing.
So I know you definitely want to review this film, Backrooms for the podcast. So
Well, review it. I don't know about me legally seeing it though. I'm just saying.
well, we can do a discount Tuesday.
Yeah, because I'm like
Watch.
I'm not gonna run to go see the Backrooms movie because I still have my doubts.
Okay. Alrighties. Fair enough.
But yeah, no, I think Super Mario Galaxy was all right. It was cool. That's all I gotta say. And it was fine. I think it did get overly hated on for some reason, but there's been of course, another discourse between critics and everything because of the Michael Jackson movie getting a 3 out of 10, like a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. But the audience scores really everything, and just recently they just gave a high review to Mortal Kombat 2, and everyone. First time the critics and the audiences are aligned, so we'll see what it is going to be like for the back rooms, and we already saw what it was from Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'd give this a B plus.
I gave it a C plus.
See, that's too low for me because I still feel like it deserves at least credit for being entertaining.
It was entertained, but I wasn't blown away, and that's fine. That's why I gave it the C plus because I just felt the way that's the same way I felt when I saw it for the first one. You know.
All right, I get that, but alrighty, I think we should wrap up this podcast episode. And
Mm-hmm.
Kristen, we are in May. We're halfway through the year at this point, and I want to ask you, what has been your favorite movie so far of this year?
All right. Should I give you my top five?
How about just giving the one?
The one, okay. My number one favorite, and it's no surprise because we talked about it on the pod, it's Project Hail Mary.
Okay, there you go. I completely forgot about the movie. I'm not gonna lie, it's been such a blur of a year. The fact that it came out in March is just weird to me.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
I would also have to say Project Hail Mary, but it's also a tie, probably with the Michael Jackson movie so far.
Oh, okay.
Well, I wouldn't say tie. That's more my number two.
Okay. See, for my number two is Josephine. Then I have 28 years, Bone Temple, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and most recently, The Sheep Detectives.
There you go. Well, what is one film you're looking? What are the rest of your anticipated films? Let's head into
Well,
some more.
obviously, The Odyssey. I think like everybody, like a lot of cinephiles who are excited about that, you know. Tony, which is the Anthony Bourdain.
Mm,
Uh,
I saw that trailer. That looks good.
yeah, well, it looks awesome. I'm really anticipating Spider-Man, of course. Um, what else am I thinking of? I had a list of stuff, but those I guess are the top three, maybe. So I don't have any like thing that's like true horror because I love my horror, but
Clayface. That's horror.
that yeah, Clayface looks really good too. I'm thinking more like the summer. So I guess it would have to be like those three, but Clayface looks really good too.
I guess for me, it's definitely gonna be Spider-Man. The Odyssey, definitely. The Odyssey, I might see opening night. To be honest with you, I'm
Yeah,
half
I think I'm gonna go to either
Masters.
opening night or obviously one day over the weekend.
Masters of the Universe is another one I'm looking for. Because that's going to be me and my dad's movie because we love He-Man. And I made the
Hmm.
bold prediction. I said that if this movie does well, we're already getting a Voltron movie with Henry Cavill, that if
Hmm.
this movie does well, then we may be able to get that Thundercats movie that I want. The
Oh yeah, that would be
Thundercats
insane.
roar! My mom and I love Thundercats. I'm so happy. Like the trailers for He-Man look so good, and I like Jared Leto and Skeletor. Like that design looks really cool, really really good. And it looks like, but I'm scared it might get the Dungeons and Dragons treatment, where like it's loved by critics and the fans, but then it didn't make any money at the box office, so we don't get anything else.
That's my fear with cheap detectives right now.
And that's kind of like I'm one wild card pick I have is Supergirl.
Yeah, that looks awesome
Because
too.
I don't know, it could be good, it could be bad. Not, I don't think it's going to be a bad movie. I'm just thinking like, or how are people going to react to it? Because this isn't like a Superman type thing like it was last year. Everyone's like, oh, Superman. Like they've obviously they marketed as well and everything like that. I guess more of like if you want to see how this leads into like the next movie, like Superman Man Tomorrow, you can probably see that. And obviously, this will have connections to Clayface because Clayface is going to be connected to the DCU, which I think is going to be interesting. But I think Supergirl could be a hit or miss for me.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's gonna wrap up for this episode. Kristen, what do we got coming up for the people at home?
One of our next episodes should be our Ice Cream Man episode. What is that screen? The ice, what is it? The
The
Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man. Yeah, I said it right. Okay. I was like, wait, did I forget the name of the title for a second? Yes, we're going to back into the 90s to revisit a film that's going to be a spiritual remake or Eli Roth's interpretation of The Ice Cream Man, which will be in theaters this summer. So we're going to take a look at that film, which is a cult classic that I have not seen. As someone who loves horror, I have not seen this one, but you have, Mac.
Yes, I love it.
So we're going to take a look at that. And then we also have some other fun stuff coming up. I think we did discuss possibly the back rooms, but I know you said you won't see it right away, opening weekend, but I know this was one that was discussed. But I'm sure we'll have some other stuff up, I'm sure we'll have some other things planned coming up for upcoming shows. But yeah, that's all we have on our slate.
Yay! And obviously, like we mentioned, it's a new era. We're at our Odyssey now. But until next time, I've been Mac. It's been Kristen. Make sure you donate to our Patreon and follow us on Instagram and YouTube, as well too at the M&K Productions Podcast everywhere you look. And make sure you just have a great day and stay safe out there in these trying times. We still love y'all and thank you for being a part of this journey. But until next time, I've been Mac. This has been Kristen. And listen to the M&K Productions Podcast. Peace.
Bye.